Courage. Do you have it? Is it in you? I don't know. Am I enough to stop the church? I don't know. I have to work up the courage to do something really stupid and make a guesswork at whether or not this would actually work. And I don't even know if it would actually work. It's just guesswork. It's all theoretical. If this was 10 years ago, this would have been no problem for me to do. I probably really wouldn't have given a shit, but the fact that I have PTSD, psychosis, and extreme trauma brain, and I'm codependent on surviving off of all those pills right there so I don't have psychosis episodes. Trust me, my brother and sister have seen me have them. I am not okay. And I'm about to try to put myself in prison. And they don't care about mental health in prison. It's funny because when I was president of these people, I actually tried to change the agenda to the prison and get rid of Halliburton and actually fix everything. Believe it or not, but they, for some reason, all the shit that I did, that's one thing that didn't go through, and it'd be funny if that did happen, because then I'd be more than willing to go to prison, because I'd just be in there for a rehabilitation. They'd probably give me antipsychotics, because that's what I need. That's what all those pills do, is they're a poor man's antipsychotic. I wouldn't be able to functionally do these videos without those pills. This is what self-medicating is supposed to look like, instead of that shit where you just get high because you're a pussy and don't want to deal with your issues. But if I do go to prison, I'm just going to be clear on this. All you people that are in the church, so the 300,000 people that are being human trafficked and all that shit, I'm going to sign a perjury the second time around. I am not going to stay in prison the rest of my life. I know that sounds bad, but here's what you're gonna do. And hopefully you all watch this video. You're gonna get a gun. You're gonna form your own militia. And when I sign the perjury and they come for you, you're gonna kill. Just kill. Sean Andrews did this. These guys came for him and he shot and killed one of them. And they started fucking off because they're pussies. This is the thing. They are children, they are 2-year-olds, and they push boundaries. And when you don't have boundaries, they invade. You have to put up a constant barrier to keep them back. And you, when you get free of these people, need a firearm. You need a gun. And you need to use that as your barrier. And you need to bang, 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 keep them back. And trust me, when the U.S. government witnesses the streets of America being lit up with assault rifle fire and gunfire and its religious crazies, they will do something, okay? They will pass laws, even afterwards, but that's what you need to do. There's 300,000 of you, you guys can do this. The other side of this is you're going to want to bug out. You're going to want to, if you have a sibling, you're going to want to ask them to borrow their identity and go move to a rural area somewhere they can't find you. You're probably going to have less than a week, okay? Because I am not okay. Okay, if this was a couple years ago, I could probably survive longer in prison. I can't. I am crippled, okay? That is what they did to me, and that is also your fault. I'm holding you to account. It's called agency. You're not going to like that. Anybody on the goddamn planet could have given me EDTA or fucking chelation therapy, but everybody chose to work against me. Yes, you chose to work against me. I don't want to hear any bullshit. So, just show them you're really not that scared. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and say I don't believe what I'm about to try to do is even going to work. Okay? There's too much time that has passed. Regardless of all the shit I know, and here's the thing, if the court was, they're stupid. Everybody I've ever known always does the goddamn stupid thing, no matter what. They always do the goddamn stupid thing, no matter what. It is astounding to me that society has made it this far, because everybody does the stupid thing, no matter what, okay? If somebody like me went to court and was like, I'm trying to take down the second largest human trafficking ring in America. I just turned in a huge money laundering plant. I would go, holy shit, this guy did all these things and now we gotta put him in prison where he's gonna sign a perjury to get out of prison? I wouldn't put me in prison. Right into witness protection. There you go, sir. Here's witness protection. We're going to give you $2 million a year. You're going to live a good life because you did the right thing. And for the first time in your life, we're not going to punish you for it. We're going to give you a reward because that's how smart people think. But we don't do a society of smart people that think. We do a society of stupid people who drink lead to spite their own intelligence. Because they spite the world. They live out of spite. Everything is, I need to get back at everybody. I hate intelligence. I hate thinking. I hate complex thought. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. If you hate life so much, kill yourself. If you hate reality so much, kill yourself. Nothing about staying high on drugs is going to deny the fact that you don't want to be in this reality. You want to be dead. Okay. That is a fact. The reason you drop LSD all the time is because you don't want to be in this reality. So, yeah. In regards to that, I wanted to also talk about, one of the weirder things I noticed about myself, it's kind of a bummer, but whatever. I guess it feeds into the nihilistic tendencies I had when I was younger. When I was living in Ackworth, we had this cat that had like 10 kittens. And this lady down the street began running over the kittens. The first kitten that got killed, I cried like a bitch about. I was really fucking sad. The second one, I cried a little. The third one, I didn't cry that much. The fourth one, didn't cry. The fifth one, didn't cry. Sixth one, dropped the fucker instead of burying it. The other ones I buried. The last one, I put that fucker in a trash can. Wrapped it in a bag. Wrapped it in a towel, wrapped it in a bag, put it in the trash can. The sixth, seventh one, I put in a bag, put in the trash can, put in the bag, put in the trash can. This lady had to stick it to me. Get back at us. She didn't like us. She thought we were Mexicans. And she thought we were ruining America. So she was murdering our cats. I'm not a stranger to blood and guts. I live next to a taxidermy shop, so I'm kind of fucking desensitized to that kind of shit to some extent. Yeah. But when that happens to you, you stop caring about other things. You don't get attached to things. I think they call it an avoidant detachment style or some shit like that. I don't know. But it's one of the more fucked up things about me because, like, you do want to reach out and you want to love a woman or whatever, but you also don't care. Because you know that thing is going to die because the kittens died and it becomes a part of your mind. Okay? And then Stu and this church come along and they just start murdering women nonstop because they're trying to teach me a lesson and I ignore them. Why do I ignore them? Because I'm accustomed to things dying. Yeah. The past affects the future, okay? The reason why somebody does stuff, their behaviors, there's something related to the past. And you can literally figure out everything a person does by just witnessing what they're doing. Once you understand the emotionally stunted and lead brain, you understand the reason why these people do everything. And you understand what most likely happened to them in the past. Emotionally stunted comes from trauma. Stu was traumatized as a kid. Where does his trauma come from? He got raped. It's not complicated. He had tetrabrain. They poisoned him with lead when he was little so he could disassociate from his emotions and think his dumbass emotions were coming from a higher power when they were his emotions and he just couldn't recognize that because he's an imbecile. Like, yeah. I don't really talk about fate or destiny or any of that shit. Like, and one of the things I'd like to talk about that is all inspiring from these people, I remember the blue-eyed guy was basically came into Papa John's and was like, it's a cut deal. Bobby was go to prison and we'll kill him and then the church will go away. It's a cut deal. And it was because he was projecting. Because he's willing to throw his life away from the church. Stu's willing, well, no, Stu's not willing to die for the church. He's not, because that shit, flambla, dude's a fucking pussy. But the blue-eyed guy is willing to kill himself for the church. They're willing to murder the belly girl for the church. Ganon, I think, might kill himself for the church. I don't know. I think the malignant narcissist leaders actually will not kill themselves for the church. I think it's all the other idiots, the underlings, they're the war boys, are willing to get themselves killed. And I gotta be, like, in awe for that, because I can't imagine being like... But I guess when you tell people life is nothing but suffering, and they're nihilistic, they are more willing to kill themselves for shit. I'm not so thrilled about getting myself killed or fucking put in prison. I'm personally not okay with that. At all. Yeah. But sometimes you gotta do what you don't want to do in life, and that's just how shit goes. But I remember him coming in being like, you're not gonna sacrifice yourself? No. And one, terrified because I had aluminum. Aluminum literally rewrites your brain. Like, the shit I keep feeling going on in my head right now, I think is literally my brain readjusting itself from being trapped in fear mode from the aluminum. I believe my entire psychology was rewritten by aluminum. Partially, because remember, it's cadmium and lead and all that other good shit. All the heavy metals probably under the fucking sun, I bet they used on me. And that's why my brain feels so goddamn weird, but, yeah. So, that is impressive to convince people to get themselves killed for your church. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, to my brain, I guess because it's fully functional and not retarded with lead, it knows better. I just... Stu, you get yourself killed for me. But I remember my idiot friend Brooks, that fucking loser that was going to kill himself, and then he didn't, and he ended up raping people because he's a piece of shit. That piece of shit is thrilled to death for killing himself for Stu. Oh, the whole glory of Stu. Oh, dude, I just... Fucking Christ, man. Yeah, just that. Found a buoy with a flag on it today. It had a rope, and I detangled the rope and wrapped it all up and put it back. I put it further inshore so it wouldn't get stuck in the ocean again when I went to the beach today. Just taking in the summer solstice. I fix things because I can't fix my own life. I think about it, like, I kind of think I understand this Jose guy and why everything's under the threat of death, because obviously what he wants these people to do is the wrong thing, okay, and that's why they're so good at doing the wrong thing, because under the threat of death, and for dear God, that should not be legal in any religion ever. Nothing should be under the threat of death, okay? If any religion did that, that would be a great way to lose your tax-exempt status in an intelligent world. Nope, you have lost your tax-exempt status. Good job, dumbass. Okay. But it did get him his way. He did convince... So it's the thing, they say malignant narcissists are really good at convincing people to do things they wouldn't normally do. Really good at manipulating. And my father did that to me my entire life, and I'm not going to say I'm completely immune to it, but it doesn't faze me. I mean, I think I've caught most antisocial deployments from these people, which, okay. But yeah, the ability to get these idiots to get themselves killed is astounding. Yeah. And what are they dying for? They're dying to defend a human trafficking ring / pedophile ring and the billionaire class. They're literally getting themselves killed for billionaires. Oh no, I might have to pay more in taxes. Get yourself killed for me! And a bunch of idiots, like working class yahoos, are like, yeah, the church or the anal eating mummy. I was raped in the ass. I'm not mentally well because I drink lead and drop LSD a whole bunch. Let me go kill that guy. Oops, got myself killed, got my family killed, got my kid killed. Well, that's how that works. Sometimes at the church of the anal eating mummy, death. It's just great. Yeah, we let these people around us. They literally walk around us. So yeah, I can kind of understand why Jose, because like honestly, if I was a malignant narcissist, if I had a large group of people following me, you're gonna do the right thing or we're gonna fucking kill you. Like that would be my church, okay? And it would be like, as soon as you join, it'd be like, yeah, we're going to do a bunch of nice things for you financially. We're going to teach you how to get set up. We're going to set you up with a lawyer. We're going to give you everything Bobby fucking needed. You're going to be super successful, but there's one thing. If you ever do the wrong thing, we'll fucking kill you. This is... Okay. I could be a good person. Good. Now, let's get you set up to self-actualize and become your true greatest self. And this is the thing about that Nietzsche bullshit. In the Maslow theory, self-actualization, and this was a conversation I had with Anal Eating Mummy God. I don't remember when this one happened, but I told him, he asked me something about my psychology, and I told him I believe that I am not actually a man. I told him I never went through like a bar mitzvah or a quinceañera, like a sweet 16 or some shit. I never went through a trial of manhoodliness. And every asshole in like high school, manhood comes from having sex. And if that's the truth, then I had sex with like 40 people out there in the desert, so you're welcome. And also the belly girl had sex with me, so therefore I am man. By that baboon logic, some girl put out and now I'm man. That's what happens. Maslow suggests having sex with a woman is one part of being a fully actualized, like, being. He states that having sex with a female coins you a man. It can't just be any female, you have to actually be in love with that female. Which is kind of impossible for me because I don't get attached to things. I mean, I would be a great lover. I know that much. I've had women tell me, like, oh, you're really good at this. Yeah, I understand people. Yeah. Then he told me about Nietzsche's shit and how the church leaders have to kill 6 kids and 7 women. And I told him that's pussy shit because... not only are you punching down in your murders, you're murdering something that can't defend itself, a kid, okay? And with women, once again, you're punching down, you're murdering something that can't defend itself. You're a coward. And even with Stu trying to murder me, and I think about, you want to talk about fucking courage and standing up for yourself? Have somebody put a gun to your back and then tell you you're coming with me and then tell them no, okay? That is absolutely terrifying. And I think about the amount of times I stood up to these motherfuckers holding me up at gunpoint. I remember Officer Fred fucking holding me up at gunpoint and me telling him, no, I'm not going anywhere with you, officer. There was this other guy I forgot to mention. I'm going to call him Officer Phil. He's a real motherfucker. That son of a bitch fucking held me up at gunpoint out in Woodstock. He was trying to get me to go to... he was telling me I was going to go to prison when he was going to take me somewhere and execute me, okay? I told him off, no fucking problem. I didn't give 2 shits. And I did this multiple times. I stood up to these people so many fucking times. Holy shit, dude. And it's weird I was just being like, ooh, spooky fingers, and fuck off gets them to do the 2-year-old, like, I'm not getting my way. You just... there it is, a man. And we got into that conversation. Anal Eating Money goes, so you don't believe anybody in my church is a man because we believe that as soon as you kill somebody, you're a man. And I was like, you're pussies. I was like, it's a cop-out. I was like, when you throw your values out and you compromise on your values, you become valueless. As a man, you have to have value. These people get rid of all their values, so they're valueless. That is how that works. So we got into talking about self-actualization, and he was going on about, I don't know why, it's such a weird thing for the president of the church to just go on about affirmations and how they're the most amazing thing. I've been doing them, but yeah, I don't know if that makes you a man. Like, I don't know, and maybe this right here, putting myself in prison, like, if I'm man enough to do it, yeah. You go to prison where everything's horrible, and then we think you're a man, like, yeah, that's one hell of a fucking test right there. But I'm not just going to normal prison, mind you. I'm going in as the one of the worst things you could be put in prison for. So the likelihood of me even surviving this is jack and shit, but whatever. I guess these are my thoughts for now. I don't really...